Hi there, it's Toria here. Today I want to tell you a little story about what happened uh, in the last few years. I used to be able to walk pretty well and I could stand up pretty well, but I had a bit of a slouch and I was always told, uh, put your shoulders back, otherwise you're going to um, be bent over. And I did it for 5 minutes and then I let myself go. Um, and I had a bit of a slouch. And then um, one day I was watching the 700 Club, and this was round about about 7 years ago. And the lady um, said on that show, she said, "There's somebody here that's got something wrong with your head." And she said, "The Lord has spoken to me about it and said, don't worry, it is not cancer and it is for a time that you're going to be like that. And it is going to get worse, but don't worry about it." And she didn't say who that word was for, but I knew that it was for me. And I'd had several accidents and my neck had been affected. But what I should have done was to exercise, but I didn't do that. And over time, my head became forward and I wasn't able to put it up. And you'll see in all my videos that my head is down. And so when it came to 2019, my head was quite down and it affected the way that I was able to eat and a whole lot of things. And I did not like that. But little did I know that God was going to use us to help me. And the lady on the 700 Club said, don't worry. So I decided not to worry about it. And now when COVID-19 came, and they wanted us to have the injection, I just felt that it wasn't right for me. And two of my family rang me and said, don't have that injection because your body won't be able to take it. So I had to actually say no to the injection. And I said no to several doctors and several nurses, and they did not like it. And many people wouldn't come near me because I did not have that injection. But I just had to ride it out. Now, this is 4 years later, and I have never had COVID-19. Now, there is a good reason for that, and that is because my head has gone down and I cannot lift my head up. The mucus that usually goes down your throat just comes out my nose, and I have to blow my nose quite often. And because COVID-19, the actual thing starts in your nose and goes down into your body, it's never actually touched me. Now, I have been in the same place as several people with COVID-19 who've had it quite bad, but I've never got it because it doesn't stay in my body. I might have to actually blow my nose quite a lot, but I don't get the flu and I don't get colds because nothing stays in my body that's in my nose. And I think this is a real blessing from the Lord because I could have died from that COVID-19. Um, uh, and I'm as healthy as a horse. And people just are amazed at the way that I have been able to cope with things, with things that have been in the community. They've got them, but I have not. And I believe this is a real blessing of the Lord that He has kept me healthy through those years. And a thing that I thought was a curse was part of that blessing. And I just thought that I would just let you know about that blessing um, and give and try to pass on that blessing. So just trust the Lord and He will guide your path. Now there is a verse in Psalm 3 which says, "You, O Lord, are my shield and the lifter of my head." And there will be a day when the Lord will lift my head again, and He will heal me of that thing that I thought was a curse, but it's not really a curse, and I don't mind it. I can cope with it, and but I don't know whether it will be in this life or the next, but I will look up again. And the Bible also says, "Look up to the hills from whence your salvation comes, and your salvation is of the Lord." And the salvation of my muscles is in the hands of the Lord, because on earth here we can't do much about what, but we look to the Lord for healing, and we trust Him to guide our paths and give us the ways that we should go. And I bless you today. The Lord bless you and keep you and make His face to shine upon you and give you His peace. Okay, bye.